Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good evening if you're in another geographical location with restrictions based on time zones. Anyways, today we have quite a few topics. It's already been covered, but we are going to be covering the RTX 3080 Ti BIOS update that was released from EVGA that is presumably upping the hash rate to 90 mega hash a second. And this was covered by Panda Mining as well as a few others. We'll briefly, of course, get that shout out. So good job for him covering that about 4 days ago. We also have Samsung's new GDDR6, which appears to be faster than GDDR6X by about 3 gigabits per second. That's a super interesting one. We also have a new GPU floating around with crazy amounts of memory bandwidth here going on from Nvidia. Is it the 4090 Ti? Is that what we're seeing? We're also going to just go ahead and try to calculate out the hash rate for it too, because, you know, why wouldn't we? We do have the numbers on the memory bandwidth. Everybody in chat, welcome. Just real quick, a huge shout out to Bitsby Trippin', the OG mining YouTuber. Make sure you guys go give him a sub on his channel. I'm sure he'll say hello here in just a second, and I'll just go ahead and pop him. I'm gonna add you as a moderator, dude, so you can link your own channel, and that's gonna be the quickest way for me to handle that. Also, we have Dogecoin back in the news thanks to, once again, Elon Musk. We'll be chatting about that as well. And there are some delays for GPU launches that we had talked about earlier last week, particularly pertaining to the 3080 and the 3070 Ti. So we're going to talk about that. And then, of course, we're going to cover mining profitability, which is, of course, down today, but primarily down due to the market. Then we will also be reviewing to see if there's any huge difficulty spikes, of course, in any of the particular coins that you may be mining as a GPU miner, and then taking a look at ASIC profitability. Yes, there you go. So before we get into it, though, I do have an ad to run, and it's a longtime sponsor of the channel. It's going to be crypto.com. So enjoy the ad, and then we'll hop into the topics. Today's sponsor is crypto.com. Crypto.com is my go-to centralized exchange for liquidating my crypto assets. With their crypto.com Visa debit card, I can load up my mined Ethereum to pay for power and other operating costs quickly while earning up to 8% cash back. In addition to the Visa debit card, there are additional fiat options, including wire transfers, to easily receive your profits. Crypto.com also offers additional services, including trading and even staking, to earn additional revenue on your investments. Join 10 million plus users buying and selling 100 plus cryptocurrencies at true cost by using my affiliate link in the description for a $25 funding bonus. Or enter referral code SOAT at sign up for the same bonus. Remember, cryptocurrency investment comes with significant risks, so do your own research. There we go. So I did want to say, Mano, Drizzle, at the beginning of the show, that's part of the reason why I just introduced the topics we're going to be talking about for the day and give a little spiel. So just a heads up, you haven't missed anything. We're going to hop into the topics now. I just wanted to clear that up for anybody that does watch in the future. You do have a little bit of time. It will hopefully pan out to be proper there. So first things first, Panda Mining's already reported on it. Most of you all have probably already heard about it, but Nvidia RTX 3080 Ti confirms mining performance improvements with a new BIOS update from EVGA. Excuse me. And here is one of the articles from ArcByte, and it was on December 13th, 2021. Regarding the mining performance of Nvidia's RTX series, new news has been reported recently. The news reported this time is related to the latest RTX 3080 Ti graphics card BIOS released by EVGA, as confirmed through major foreign media, Tom's Hardware. The problem is that when the RTX 3080 Ti BIOS is applied to said GPU, which is another graphics card manufacturer, it got about 91 mega hash a second, which is the most light hash rate hung RTX 3080 Ti model. So the graphics card BIOS, there is also an option to use a graphics card for mining, will be possible again if applied. Now, right now, I think the best you can get with light hash rate unlock is about 85 to 87 mega hash a second. And what we saw from Red Panda Mining here on his video, which you guys can go check out on December 10th, was essentially bumping it up to 89 mega hash a second on this 3080 Ti. And then I have the BIOS link here, which we will put, of course, in the description below for you guys to check out if you have some 3080 Ti's and need to get them flashed up. And this is the one from Tech Power Up that you can download it. And then we have, I am testing it. So I am still waiting on it to come back up, as you can see here. But I have flashed it, and we flashed the EVGA one. So we flashed this one. I'm just kind of waiting for it to come back online. Hopefully by the end of the show, we'll have it back online. And then if it's not, I'll be headed out to the farm. So it's not up yet. We'll just have to see where, when that comes up and if we get that functioning. Now, if you are going to do this, just a couple of notes. You want to hit your cards tab. You want to, of course, find your 3080 Ti. You can usually search it over here. Hit that 3080 Ti option, click the ellipses, and click download vBIOS. When you do this, also save it to the farm. And then that way it'll save it under your vBIOS ROM storage. Make sure you back up your BIOS. I hate it when I report on something like this and then somebody goes and does it and then forgets to back up their BIOS and something goes wrong with their GPU. Make sure you back up your BIOS so you can flash back to it if there's any issues. Just a heads up there. So good news, of course, for owners of the 3080 Ti. Also probably going to be bad news for the price of the 3080 Ti, because that will, of course, increase its profitability, meaning that, of course, we should see probably a spike in the price of them, presumably. It just really depends. We're getting closer and closer and closer to having that full hash rate unlock of the 3080 Ti. Hopefully that starts dripping down into the other GPUs, and light hash rate unlocks are a very real thing. I've heard reports of them being unlocked 100%, but they're all rumors, and I have yet to confirm them. If you guys ever confirm them 100% unlocks, let me know. We'll get reporting on that as soon as possible. So there you go. 3080 Ti, 90 mega hash a second, as confirmed by Red Panda Mining and other sources. I'm working on confirming it myself right now. Maybe, hopefully, by the end of the show, we'll have it confirmed. Let's talk about Samsung sampling 24 gigabit per second GDDR6 memory chips for next-gen GPUs. This one's a pretty exciting one. Samsung has started sampling its fastest GDDR6 memory to date that operates at 24 gigabits per second and is designed for next generation GPUs. Currently, Samsung is mass producing its GDDR6 memory chips with up to 18 gigabits per second speeds, but that's about to change. The DRAM manufacturer has started sampling faster GDDR6 chips to its partners that will be available with next-gen GPUs next year. In Samsung's GDDR6 catalog, the manufacturer now lists faster RAM with speeds of up to 24 gigabits per second. The manufacturer is also readying 20 gigabits per second, 16 gigabits per second, and 14 gigabits per second modules with twice the memory capacity of 16 gigabytes, whereas 14 gigabits per second and 16 gigabits per second are additionally available in 8 gigabyte densities. So you'll need, essentially, to get the full speed, you'll have to have the 16 gigabyte variant, essentially, is what they're saying here, and then it cuts down. The faster memory chips will retain the 180 FPGA form factor and will be shipping with a 16K and 32 millisecond refresh rate. With 24 gigabits per second speed, Samsung will be able to top Micron's GDDR6X memory that is poised to offer up to 21 gigabits per second, which is currently it already does. And this is something that's a little odd that we do have to talk about. When we're talking about GDDR6X, specifically as it pertains to the current line of Nvidia GPUs like the 3090 and so on, it's actually a little throttled down to 20 gigabits per second. We talked about this, I think it was last week. And what that means is basically because, here's the deal, because they put the memory modules on the back of the PCB and it doesn't have any active cooling, they had to throttle the memory chips. It's also why we've talked about, they say it's fine at 110C, but what's really happening is your memory modules are throttling. It's a problem. But what they are, it sounds like they're going to do with the 3090 Ti is redesign that cooler to be able to cool it properly, and then the GDDR6X potential of 21 gigabits per second will be achieved. What we are going to see from GDDR6X, though, is going to be a whole additional 3 gigabits per second on these next-gen GPUs, which should be super exciting, especially for mining, right? So a 256-bit solution such as the one rumored for RDNA 3 can offer up to 768 gigabytes per second bandwidth, while a 128-bit solution can go as high as 384 gigabytes per second with the same solution. These are really faster speeds compared to what the current GDDR6 memory can do right now. Following are the bandwidth numbers you can expect with the 24 gigabit per second DRAM solution. So this would be bus width, 512 bit would get you 1.5 terabytes a second. 384 would get you 1.1. Now, to get you a little bit of a comparison here on GDDR6X, if we did RTX 3090 specs, I think this has it up. If we wanted to do a comparison, right, with GDDR6X at a 384-bit bus, you're at 936 gigabytes per second. And here at the 384-bit bus, you would be up to 1.1 terabytes per second. So we are seeing quite a bit of improvements. The other important thing about this that you need to keep in mind, GDDR6X from Micron is kind of an Nvidia thing only right now. And because of that, and because of the significantly slower speeds on GDDR6 as it stands right now, AMD had to compensate for their gaming line with Infinity Cache to basically meet the kind of the same demands that Nvidia would with the faster memory. This means, in theory, availability for faster memory to AMD, which means we could see a resurgence of good AMD chips for, of course, mining, which means hopefully we have in the mining market at least a little bit more competition as far as new GPUs launching that are good at mining, because while the 6000 series on the low end is admirable as far as power to hash rate ratios for the RX 6600 and 6600 XT, it hasn't been so great at the top end, whereas Nvidia really has that under lock with the RTX 3090s and 3080s, etc., and even going into their mining specific GPUs as we've been seeing, as well as their Quadros. So it's nice that basically AMD will have access to some of these speeds here, I think. At least that's how I feel about it. So that's wrapping up, of course, the leaks for the Samsung memory, GDDR6 speeds, and them coming up, you know, basically getting faster as computer parts do. And of course, as you know, for mining, memory speed is king. So the faster memory we get, the better the GPUs are going to be at mining cryptocurrency, unless, of course, something changes. But let's go ahead and chat about the mysterious Nvidia GPU N. And they're saying it could be the next gen Hopper GH100. And we are going to pop into it because this one obviously is going to be fast as well. We're talking about 2.68 terabytes a second bandwidth. So maybe there's even faster GDDR6X memory coming out. Who knows? But this is a report, rumor from WCCF Tech, the best news outlet for rumors. Mysterious Nvidia GPU N could be next-gen Hopper GH100 in disguise with 134 SMs, 8,576 cores, and 2.68 terabytes of bandwidth. Simulated performance benchmarks shown. A mysterious Nvidia GPU known as GPU N, which could possibly be the first look at the next-gen Hopper GH100 chips, has been revealed in a new research paper published by the Green Team, as discovered by Twitter user Redfire. The research paper, GPU Domain Specialization via Composable On-Package Architecture, talks about a next-generation GPU design as the most practical solution for maximizing low-precision matrix math throughput to boost deep learning performance. The GPU N and its respective COPA designs have been discussed along with the possible specifications and simulated performance results. The GPU N is said to feature 134 SM units versus the 104 SM units of the A100. This makes up to a total of 8,576 cores for a 24% increase over the current Ampere A100 solution. The chip has also been measured at 1.4 gigahertz, the same theoretical clock speed of the Ampere 100 and the Volta V100, not to be confused as the final clocks. Other specifications include 60 megabytes of L2 cache, a 50% increase over the A100, and a DRAM bandwidth of 2.68 terabytes a second that can scale up to 6.3 terabytes a second. The HBM2E DRAM capacity, there you go, HBM2E, which makes a lot of sense, is 100 gigabytes and can be expanded up to 233 gigabytes with the COPA implementations. It is configured around a 6,144-bit bus interface at clock speeds of 3.5 gigabits per second. If we took a look at this and just wanted to calculate it out, we're talking about this 2,687 gigabytes a second of bandwidth. How about we get that percent calculator out, right? Let's go ahead and do it because this is going to be fun. So if this is a chip and if you could get your hands on it, what would it mine at? Well, we know that, we know that that's the projected speed, the 2.6 terabytes a second. And then we know that the 3090 is 936.2. And so we'll just calculate that in. And what's our increase? So we're looking at 287% of that. So then we would just need to say, what is 287% of 120 mega hash? Calculate that out. And this GPU, if released as leaked, would be mining 344 mega hash a second, presumably. Also not taking into consideration other things like total amount of memory on the card and other possibilities that could be kind of going around there. But 344 mega hash a second for this beast of a GPU that's a rumor. But it doesn't matter that it's a rumor because it's still fun to come up with the numbers and see what's going on. So there you go, guys. That's the GPU N. This one obviously is pretty new article, pretty new leak. I believe it came out early this morning. So I'm curious to see if it launches. The next generation looks like it's going to be pretty insane. I think not obviously, but more than likely you won't be seeing the HBM2E memory in, desktop grade graphics cards. You'll probably be seeing GDDR6, or possibly Micron has a new GDDR6X that they're going to implement or up the speed for the memory for Nvidia specifically. we'll have to see how that shakes out. Either way, it does look like we will be getting faster memory no matter what, and we are going to be improving mining hash rates no matter what next year for 2022 to 2023 time frame, somewhere around there. So good morning, Sweet Kelly. Good morning, Fun Dumb. Good morning, Palmetto. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Elon Musk and Dogecoin. So in this article, it's from CoinDesk. Dogecoin surges as Elon Musk teases Tesla merchandise plan. Tesla experimented with Bitcoin payments for its electric cars earlier this year. Yeah, we know that, and they took it down. Dogecoin surged as much as 33% after Tesla CEO Elon Musk said the electric car maker would accept Dogecoin as payment for its merchandise. Tesla will make some merch viable with Dogecoin and see how it goes, Musk tweeted. Dogecoin rose to as high as 20% following Musk's tweet before falling back down to about 18 cents. Musk, who was yesterday named Time Magazine's Person of the Year, has previously lent support to Dogecoin development and adoption, even as the meme coin's creators abandoned the project back in 2015. Earlier this year, Tesla started accepting Bitcoin as payment for its electric cars. The pilot proved short-lived amid rising concerns about Bitcoin's energy usage and was soon dropped. We have videos on this. You can go get my opinion on that in particular if you like. But I call BS pretty much on that reasoning. Musk has tweeted regularly about Dogecoin. In February, he posted a picture of a rocket next to the moon. He followed that post with one-word tweet stating Doge, a play on the saying of going to the moon, a term for an asset price surge. The same month, he posted and edited a picture from the Lion King with himself as Rafiki and Shiba Inu as Simba. Dogecoin prices jumped again. A May tweet saw Musk state he was working with Dogecoin developers to improve the system efficiency. It sent Dogecoin prices flying by 22%. Then in June, he tweeted it was important to support a proposal that sought to reduce Dogecoin fees, one that would make Dogecoin more competitive compared to other cryptocurrencies. Still, Musk does not see the crypto sector succeeding as many crypto fanatics otherwise do. In a recent interview after being named Time Persons of the Year of 2021, Musk said he doubts that crypto will replace fiat currency. Well, I'm not buying any of it. None of it. First of all, so this is a mess. Dogecoin's mined by ASICs just like Bitcoin is. Then, of course, you have the problem of Dogecoin distribution being all within the top wallets, like a ridiculous amount of it. And I don't understand what's going on here other than it just being a joke, possibly, from Mr. Elon. Now, if you guys remember, Dogecoin was all the way up to like 68 cents, 70 cents or something ridiculous like that. So it hasn't really resurged back up as much as it should, I suppose, at this point. Even if you're comparing it in the down market with Bitcoin and Ethereum, it should be higher than it is right now, just in general. So whatever. Cool, Elon. I don't know what you're doing. It still uses are you moving Doge proof of stake? I give up. I give up. I don't know what's going on. So, unfortunately, we do have some bad news. It does look like we're having some delays for GPU here. Let's go GPUs. In a report from WCCF Tech, Nvidia GeForce RTX 3080 12GB and 3070 Ti allegedly delayed. The RTX 3090 Ti unveil at CES 2022 is still planned. So, new information regarding Nvidia's upcoming GPU launches suggests that the RTX 3080 Ti and 3070 Ti, the 12GB and 16GB variants respectively, have been delayed due to ongoing component shortages. The rumors come from Igor's Lab, who quotes their own source in the industry that the unveil of Nvidia's RTX 3080 12 gigabytes and RTX 3070 Ti 16 gigabyte have been delayed. Both cards were going to be unveiled on the 17th of December, but it looks like this isn't happening anymore, and the only new card that Nvidia will have to showcase during CES 2022 press conference would be the flagship RTX 3090 Ti. So according to the rumor, the RTX 3090 Ti will be unveiled at CES 2022 and will be available right before the Chinese New Year. The pricing for the graphics card is not confirmed yet, but is likely to hover around $1,500 to $2,000 MSRP. Let's try, like, I don't know, fastest mining GPU out, and they probably won't throttle it because they didn't throttle the 3090. I'm thinking like, what, $6,000 or something. As for the RTX 3070 Ti, there are reports that the card has been pushed well beyond the Chinese New Year. This means that we are likely looking at 2 to 3 months before the cards will actually be available. And while this still means a Q1 22 launch, it doesn't mean that the availability or pricing is going to look any better than the current cards. So there you go. It looks like we have 2 delayed launches. It does look like we should still get the 3090 Ti unveil on the 4th of January. The only card as miners that we were really interested in, was going to be the 3070 Ti, because that was going to, in theory, because of the way they are upgrading the memory, should have increased the bandwidth, which would have increased the mining performance on the 3070 Ti. So as miners, that's really the thing we were looking at. So there you go. That's kind of what the whole rundown is. There are no new miners released today, so we get a break from talking about miners. If you guys are wanting to get, that extra chance to win, I am trying to work on a how-to just to clear up. I heard there was some confusion with Gminer. Gminer is doing a giveaway of like 25 sets of 0.2 Ethereum to people that are utilizing Gminer. You get an entry for every rig that is on Gminer. It's worth a shot. Go ahead and do it. It's a cool Christmas thing going on with Gminer. Their light hash rate unlock is comparable to everybody else at this point. So, there hasn't been an update from NB Miner in quite some time. I think it's been like a couple weeks now at this point. So we're still sitting waiting for that full or more light hash rate unlock coming from NB Miner. So there you go. That's where we're at. Let's go ahead and talk about my mining farm. And I actually did have a rig down for a little bit. Oh, and then now we have the 3080 Ti down. We are well under $300 a day for the mining farm. It's not looking great. I need to get more GPUs, and my 3080 Ti rig is offline. We did have a rig offline overnight. I forget which one it was. I think it was this one right here. So we were down about 400 mega hash. Let's see. No, go the other way. I don't know. It's not doing what I want it to do. Oh well. So at this point, we are looking like we're down on mining. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 3090 Ti and calculate that out and see what it's making. Yeah, so we're doing $6.12 a day after 10 cents a kilowatt hour with default settings on what to mine for the 3090. Let's see if the 2080 Ti has changed at all. Yesterday, Ethereum was still number one. It's still number one today at $2.91 a day after power cost. Flux is coming in second at $2.63. This is the 5th time in the past 3 weeks that Ethereum has beat out Flux on the 2080 Ti. That being said, Flux has typically been winning on the 2080 Ti, so something to keep in mind. Let's take a look at the 5700 XTs. This makes up a majority of my farm with about 60 of them in there. That's at $3.01 a day after power cost on Ethereum. So there you go. That is kind of how that looks today. If we take a look at mining pool stats, let's go ahead and see if there's any sharp increases in difficulty. We are at that 11.94. We're almost up a whole P there on difficulty. So difficulty is rising still pretty steadily on Ethereum. Go ahead and look at Bitcoin. No huge increases in Bitcoin. Ergo. Oop, I typed that in wrong. Ergo is still on the down tick as far as difficulty. Ravencoin, just all over the place. Still about the same though. And Flux and Firo. We need to check Firo as well. And Firo is still right about the same. No big dips. Or sorry, Flux. And Firo had a dip a little while ago. We didn't check it yesterday, so kind of good to check it today. We're still kind of steadily going down. It had a big drop on, what was that, December 7th? Yeah, on December 7th. Let's go ahead and check out Ethereum mining pool profits as we do. Last 90 days, Crazy Pool in first, Mining Pool Hub in second, and Ethermine in third. The last 60 days, Mining Pool Hub in first, with Crazy Pool in second and Ethermine in third. Last 30 days, ZET in first, with Mining Pool Hub in second and Flex Pool in third. Last 21 days, ZET in first, with Mining Pool Hub in second and Crazy Pool in third. Last 14 days, ZET in first, with Crazy Pool in second and Mining Pool Hub in third. And then, of course, last 7 days, ZET in first and Mining Pool Hub in second, with Crazy Pool in third. Last 3 days, you have Mining Pool Hub in first, with Ethermine in second and 2 miners in third. Finally, over the past day, Mining Pool Hub has taken the lead, probably finding some good blocks, with Nano Pool in second and ZET in third. So there you go. There is kind of the mining pool market for today. It looks like Crazy Pool went all the way down from first place to last place over time, at least in the last day. Yeah, they kind of steadily started dropping there. They had a good day, or a good week though overall, so that's good. And then we have our Asic miners to take a look at. Does look like there's some shifts here. The Cadena miner has dropped below the A11, which is surprising. The L7 has bumped up, of course, thanks to Elon Musk. And the D7 has increased in price as well, which does probably make it, if that's really true at 63.12 on Dash, that'd be pretty incredible. How is that working? I don't know that I trust this. I mean, that would be a super good payoff on Antpool, wouldn't it? Where's the D7? 14.4. Nah, still not that great. 14.4 divided by 63. It's, yeah, that's a pretty good payoff. That's 220 days. But I don't know that that's true. It's really weird that Antpool Dash would make so much more than just Dash in general. So something seems off there. I wouldn't trust that. Let's see what's in stock over here at BT Miners, who's a partner for the channel. Still got pretty much all the Bitcoin ASICs in stock. You got the A11 still in stock, but it's ridiculously priced, unfortunately, at 31,000. The L3 Plus is still probably too expensive right now. The LT5 maybe makes sense. Let's see. The LT5, $15 a day. No, that doesn't make sense at all. It's like a 2-year payoff. X5 maybe. 895, 2200, 895. That's a 245-day payoff on the X5. So that's good. That's staying under a year right now, provided, you know, Elon keeps pumping Doge. It could look much better later on. Who knows? The CK5, you got the KD box. What? How much is the KD box? Is it KD box? $11 a day. It's so expensive. That's like a 3-year payoff. Nah, bro. Yeah, so I guess you'd be looking at the X5 or the D7. And then D7 with that huge asterisk of like, why is Antpool making $60 and everywhere else $27? Huge asterisk there. So just keep that in mind. We're going to sit down for questions and answers. We have more time today to actually get some questions in. So the way questions go is that you need to... Hold on. So the way questions work is that you need to basically tag me and I'll answer them. Priority does go to Super Chats. Super Chats are not required, but always appreciated. Blah, 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 blah. Let's scroll up. I'll see what's going on, see if there's any questions going on. Good to see everybody in chat. Yes, I did show that. I think it's not... Yeah, that 3080 Ti rig is not coming back up. I'm going to have to go out and probably reboot it manually. So, but if you're on mobile, just tune back in. I've showed how to do it, you know, in multiple cases, on multiple videos. So that's about it. What is going on with what to mine showing ETH double amount? What do you mean double amount? Seemed right today. It's showing that it's down. Jay Bain says, that's Son of a Tech. Good morning, brother. Here for a show again from work. You're looking at grabbing the MSI 1660 Ti for $350. Do you think it's an okay deal? Yeah, it's okay, but the memory is not as fast as the Super. So the Super is going to get you, you know, that 30 mega hash per second. I'd prefer Supers over TIs. Fun Dumb says, are you going to release any NFTs again? Probably. I'm looking at releasing them on Ergo. Kevin McCormick says, at Son of a Tech, does the BIOS flash work with other manufacturers? Yes, it does. That is kind of the big deal. Shelby GT says, at Son of a Tech, how do I go about unlocking your 3060 Ti? You just need to use a light hash rate. Well, so it depends. But you just use a light hash rate unlock miner. LOL miner is great. Probably the friendliest to use. In the latest version that supports it. Hodge says, I was able to get a number of 3070 laptops for around $1,200 each after cashback sites during the last month, getting about 66 to 68 mega hash a second on the ones with Samsung and 58 to 60 mega hash a second on the others. Nice, dude. Mr. Perfect Cell got a Tesla M2090. How's that working out? Andre Moore says, at Son of a Tech, congratulations on the win to the win the champion of Jiu-Jitsu. Thanks. It was fun. Am I still buying graphics cards? Yes, I am still buying graphics cards. How's the farm coming along? It's a little slow. I slowed down for Christmas, and because of the separation and stuff, I'm a little down on cash. I gotta recover and start building back up again. Maverick Mining says, "That son of a tech, how do you feel about the video max voltage got out about the Ice Age?" I haven't watched it yet. I need to, though. John Lemon says, "That son of a tech, EDC 2.8. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about. I mean, it's just I don't need to get delisted more than the channel already does." Andre Morris says, "That son of a tech, congratulations on the." Yeah, I read that one already. You didn't have to type it twice, dude. You're gonna make this hard. Killyfish says, "That son of a tech, my 3080 Ti already does 90 megahash a second. Would the new BIOS make it any better?" I don't know. How about you try it and then you let me know? I feel like that's how it would work. I've already done tax videos, doctor. Go get a CPA. I'm not your tax guy. But we've already covered like the general tax stuff. Taylor Brett says, "Son of a tech, thoughts on using grow tents for rig enclosures?" I've heard good and bad things about it. I mean, personally, I don't do it. Who did it? There's a couple. Just Google it and find the people that have done it. You know, I don't comment too much on stuff I haven't done because I don't have the expertise to really know. Like I said, I've heard good and bad things about it. So that's pretty much all I got there. Andre says, "What do you think about this low crypto market and the fall of ETH in its cost?" Everybody's buying Christmas presents. I mean, the goal is just going to be able to buy enough GPUs to where it doesn't matter, right? Jacob Burgess says, "If you had to choose, would you go with a rig of 2080 Ti's or 5700 XTs?" 5700 XTs is what I went with. I don't know. Are they the same price? The power consumption's a lot better on the 5700 XTs. Granted, I guess you make a little less on the... If you're speculating ETH moving proof of stake, I guess you make a little less. Right? So if we did here, right? That's a single 2080 Ti, does 289 a day right now on ETH and 261 on Flux. But if we did like the 5700, calculate that out, that's $3 a day, and then $1.50 on Firo, right? So you're making more on Ethereum, but presumably you could make less, just depending. But you are looking at quite a bit more power consumption, because this isn't accurate. For the Ethereum, you're more at 95 watts. So really you're doing like 308. And then what are my 2080 Ti's at? No! Well, one of my 2080 Ti's needs help. Well, that's why. Wait, I gotta come in here. Something weird happened here. This is not right at all. What happened? Okay, this is definitely wrong. Hold on. Something happened on this reboot, which I guess it makes sense as to why. But I didn't make any of these changes, so I don't know. Let's take that down to 2000. This doesn't make any sense. What? How to get? Oh, that's right. I'd rather do the 180. There it is. It's really weird. Well, that explains the issues I was having with this rig that was down for a while. But about 130 watts on the 2080 Ti's, and then like 95 watts on the 5700s. That one should come back up in a second. All right. Well, that was fun. I don't know why that happened, but it looks like it somehow swapped. It had put, I don't know, it put the 3090 overclock on the 2080 Ti. And I have no idea why. Getting back down to questions. Palmetto says, will you be picking up any of the Intel GPUs when they launch? Yes, I'm planning on picking them up, you know, for testing for the channel. John Lemon says, do you run any 2060 regulars? I have them on Flux. No, I do not have any. PXL Nona says, that son of a tech, do you think the tech that unlocked the 3080 Ti will be applied to unlock other light hash rate cards in the near future? Well, you got to keep in mind, it's not a full unlock. If we see a 3080 Ti full unlock, what are we looking at? Ti specs. Let's see. So if we did that, we should already have that up. 936. 912. We should be seeing around 115 mega hash a second for a full unlock on a 3080 Ti. Yeah, Alex, I think the card order moved or something last night. I'll have to keep monitoring it. So even 90 mega hash a second is nowhere near the full potential of the 3080 Ti. Nowhere near it. I'm probably going to have to bounce this rig. Bounce it. I have to go out there to fix the 3080 Ti rig that I tried to flash anyways. Jay Bain says, I've been hearing about people's Exodus wallets being hacked. Do you have an opinion on it? Personally, I've been using it for over a year now and haven't had any issues, but you're concerned. I haven't heard, well, I mean, Here's the thing is like, I feel like I always just hear about people getting their shit hacked, and it's just honestly because they're stupid. I haven't heard of any vulnerabilities in it. So more than likely somebody just saved their wallet information on their PC. That would be my guess. I just did a quick Google search too. I don't see anything where anybody's reported an actual vulnerability. But I mean, the thing is like with great responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility, and crypto is putting financial, your financial responsibility in your hands, and you're not dependent on a third party. Guess what comes along with that? Responsibility on the individual to secure his assets. It's not the wallet's fault that you saved the key in a notepad on your desktop. So tired of getting like messages from people. It's like, well, I think this one's bad because I lost all my money. Well, I don't just stop. Especially don't do it on your work computers too, because IT department has access to your work computers. Stop being stupid. But no, I don't see any vulnerabilities for Exodus right now. If I do, I'll report on it. John Lemon, I have not run any Chia miners. Justin Birkin says, that son of a tech, my 1070s have dropped to 25 mega hash each. Think it's worth changing the pads? Yeah, I mean, checking the thermal throttling and seeing if you should change the pads out there. Andre says, did you try to mine Cero crypto? No, I haven't yet. It's on my list. Alex Fletcher says, ask Son of a Tech, what are you CPU mining, if anything, at the moment? Nothing seems that good for CPU mining wise at the moment. I mean, yeah, I'm still on Raptorium just by default. I did take one CPU off Raptorium, and it's not mining at all because it was causing some weird issues in the rig. It's actually in that 3080 Ti rig. Probably going to move those cards off to something else because something's not working out. Fun dumb. Am I going to test the YubiKey? I feel like I'm overwhelmed with time right now. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of, dude, there's just was a lot of stuff that happened in my life that I just wasn't prepared for. That's it. I still have the 3070 Ti over here to unbox, do B-roll on, and fully vet and test. I still have 5600 XT, 3600 XT, a 5900X, various motherboards, frames, keys, hardware wallets. People just keep sending stuff. I'm just one guy and I don't make enough money yet to hire anybody. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta sit down and try to make a list, but I'm also trying to maintain all the good stuff with family and so on. Yeah, John, I don't have a helium miner. Yeah, Raptorium just, I mean, it's really easy to see why, right? Look at the difficulty. People were like, oh, Raptorium, the next big thing. And then the guys that I guess we're investing in Ethereum, thought that the Raptorium network could handle the amount of hash that like Ethereum does, and that's just not true. Like, you're talking about a coin that for the longest time had one pool and one miner. Now it has like a lot of pools, but still pretty much one pool, two pools if you count our plant, right? And it has two miners now, XM rig and the CPU miner. But like, that's not a platform that can handle this kind of increase of difficulty. It just isn't. Moved too quick. It moved too quick. Hey, Techie's in the chat. Yeah, Techie, I won twice. Well, and look at that price dip, down 33%. That's rough. So you do that, like, these charts are backwards. This isn't what you want to see. If this is going up, this needs to go up. But here's the problem now. I mean, really, what you probably want to be moving to I feel like I shouldn't even show anybody. Probably move to QRL. It even went up. Monero is just like there's really no good profit calculators for all of these. I mean, other than Monero. What does XMR even service? Privacy, dude. Monero is king, period, in my opinion. I'd rather use Monero than anything else. But that really comes down to like the principles of, I guess, crypto at the end of the day. It's really about financial, like controlling your own financial freedom and all that sort of shit, right? It's a privacy coin. I mean, not technically. I mean, Raptorium is a privacy coin too. But Monero's the OG. So Firo is sort of like Monero. Yeah, Firo is a privacy coin, yes. Still okay to get the gold shell mini Doge or hold off for now. Thought they were. Can you buy them off gold shell? I didn't think there were any in stock. The library box is in stock. I hope you guys didn't see that. me trying to run the math and not let you guys know to see if I can actually buy something real quick. I'll show you. It's fine. God damn it. KD boxes in stock? What? Oh, sold out. Okay, never mind. So the only one is the LB box. I got all excited. I was like, they have KD boxes in stock. Quick, go to camera one. Don't show the peeps. Let me get one. Let me buy one real quick. Handshake's on fire. Everything's on fire. What are the LB boxes doing now? That doesn't make any sense. LB dash box. They don't even have. That's right. I forgot. You have to calculate it yourself. So LB. They're making like nothing, right? So what are these making right now? I have one. 175 gigahash at 162 watts. That's right. 162, calculate. Yeah, you're like losing 14 cents a day on this one at 10 cents a kilowatt hour. Am I even making anything on it? Yes, I'm making 4 cents a day at my power cost. Boom! Boom! Ballin'. All right. That's going to call it for today. You can buy a library box and make 4 cents a day. It'll cost you $500. Why is library not making more? Why is library is like the FPGAs going down? The FPGA is going down. I have too much library token. Whatever, I'm on library in Odyssey. I love it. It would be the ideal future. Because it wouldn't be controlled by one set of narratives, period. Library doesn't host fringe content. I have the page pulled up right now. It's like, mind your biz. It's just like YouTube. I don't think you know what you're talking about, dude. Look at my channel's on here too. Look at that. Bam. Look at that. It hosts all content. So there's like, yeah, if you want to, I mean, if you're going to browse library, I would just use Odyssey so you don't have to worry about the, well, I don't know. I haven't seen any nudity. I don't ever browse through the library deal. FPGA is coming for Ergo, says Kernix. That would make sense. And we already talked about Ergo. They said, didn't they say they're not going to, he said that they're not going to fork from Asic. Or they don't know if they would. All right, boys. I am out. You guys have a good one. I'm gonna go to jiu-jitsu. We'll clip some stuff. We're gonna get back to working. I have a whole other test bench we're gonna be putting here. So I have a black one over there, and I bought a white one, a Praxis white one that we're gonna put over here. I am excited. So we'll have an Intel and an AMD test bench. It's gonna be sick. I'll see you next Tuesday.